No one in the world ever really pushes Switzerland around. They seem to make their own terms. It's not just because they make the best chocolate in the world, or the fact that the holy trinity of the three best watchmakers in the world also happen to be in this country. Partially because it's one of the most difficult countries to invade in the world. They happen to be in the center of Europe. They have a very competent military, and every man in Switzerland has to serve. These men are very well trained, and there are thousands, if not tens of thousands, of hidden bunkers that these men can go to defend their country if anyone is ever stupid enough to try them. In fact, the last time Switzerland was successfully invaded was in 1798 by Napoleon, and the Swiss learned their lesson after that. But that's still not the reason. They are one of the wealthiest, most well-run countries in the world. They are one of the smallest countries in the world. Look at that little piece of land. But the 20th largest GDP. They have a GDP per capita of $98,000 per year. Their currency, the Swiss franc, is one of the very few currencies that has been performing much better than the dollar for the past few decades, and it is valued at $1.10, so it's actually worth more. Their GDP growth has been strong and steadily upward. Here's a huge plus about Switzerland, especially compared to America. 10-year treasury bonds are supposed to be 1% or below. They're supposed to be boring. America's 10-year treasury yield is 4.3%. Not good. Switzerland's is 0.74. That is a huge indicator of Switzerland having a stable economy. The largest chunk of Switzerland's exports go to the United States, and their largest importer is Germany. They are a huge exporter of pearls, precious stones, metals, coins, and of course pharmaceutical products. Fun fact, one of the reasons why Switzerland traded gold, chocolate, other jewels, especially watches, is because they are a very mountainous country and they needed to sell things that were small but very profitable. And the fact that they are surrounded by so many other countries gave them a lot of avenues for revenue. But even all those reasons don't make up the sum total as to why Switzerland is so important. They are well known for their neutrality. They didn't take part in World War I, World War II. They had no interest at all in joining NATO. And after World War II, when billions of dollars of gold and impressionist paintings and all kinds of other very precious stuff made it into the country, they didn't ask questions. That neutrality also goes into banking. They maintained strict banking secrecy, established by law with the 1934 Banking Act, which meant that it didn't matter how good or how bad you were. If you had the money, you could get a Swiss bank account and nobody asked any questions, and no country had jurisdiction over those funds. By 2017, that was dismantled for all foreigners, but Swiss citizens still have that luxury. Another fun fact, the old name for Switzerland was Helvetia, based on the Gaulish people that lived there during ancient Rome. And even though Switzerland may not be such a hush-hush money kind of place anymore, they definitely made the most of it over the past 84 years. It's one of the many things that helped them become one of the most developed countries in the world. I know, everything's not perfect because Credit Suisse did collapse and Switzerland still has to find a way to make sure that their own internal banking system is going to be free of this kind of incompetence. But a huge game changer, in my opinion, for Switzerland is the fact that they are getting into the semiconductor game. Taiwan makes the best semiconductors in the world. The Netherlands have ASML, and I have no doubt that the Swiss will be able to find a niche to specialize in this game. Or I could be completely wrong, and it's just the fact that they have such amazing chocolate that allows them to do whatever they want. I'm the Geo Husar, and I am susceptible to bribes with Swiss chocolate. I say that with no shame.